there, students. This is Mr. Briggs, the shop teacher at Akira Toki Middle School. Some of you might have me as a teacher, some of you might not. And I thought instead of you guys coming to my shop, I would bring the shop to you with this kit here. And today we're going to make a napkin holder. It's a really great little gadget so that when you have a cookout or a picnic, your napkins don't blow away. So let's take a look at what we have inside the kit. What we have inside the kit, most importantly, are the directions. And the directions tell us all the things we're going to need to know. If you need some help with the directions, ask an adult or maybe an older sibling to read it to you and help you out with it. The next thing that we're going to have is this skinny bar. This is called the weight, and it's going to hold our napkins down so they don't fall away. Then we have the base here, and oh, I already dropped one of them. Oh no! We have these two little dowels here, and what this is going to look like when it's done is we're going to put this together like that. We're going to slide this weight on top of it, and our napkins are going to get held down by this piece of wood and they won't blow away. But first we need to do a little bit of work on our wood to make it look better. This wood was freshly cut from a piece of wood called pine. And pine is a really good lightweight wood, very strong, but it's notoriously really splintery. So what we need to do is take some sandpaper, and I like to fold this sandpaper in half so I can kind of grip it better. And we need to rub the edges and rub all of the sides and parts of it that might be a little rough. And you'll see, be very careful again not to get splinters while you're doing that. But I'm just going to round those edges off.
And smooth them out. I'm also going to make sure all of the sides and faces are smoothed out. I'm going to touch with my hand very gently and feel these rough spots. You want to make sure you get all those rough spots out because you don't want the people who are using your product to get splinters either.
So we're going to sand this off. And it's a good idea to do this sanding in a place where if there's a little bit of dust, it's not going to get in the way. Either inside where you can lay some stuff down, or maybe outside in a garage like I'm in here, or out on your front porch. But someplace where if you get a little bit messy, it's going to be easy to clean up. And you don't breathe in a lot of this dust. You want to be very careful.
Not to breathe any of it in. It's not very good for you. It does smell very nice. So now, I've rounded off most of these edges. They're looking pretty good. You can make it as smooth as you like. And you can really get into those corners there. Get those sharp edges to smooth out. Alright? That's one
part. And then I've got to make sure I get the weight sanded as well. This is the part.
It's actually going to touch the napkin. So I'm just rubbing this piece of wood with the sandpaper and taking all those splinters and rough spots out. And if I get these holes in here, I can take my sandpaper and I can roll it up into kind of a tube, like this. And I can get into there and kind of smooth that hole out as well. Think of sanding like washing dishes. When instead of scrubbing off food and stuff, you're trying to get all the splinters and rough edges and rough parts of this wood off. And after you sand it down, you've got a pretty good idea
how smooth you want it to be. Another trick you can do is you can lay this down and you can actually lay the sandpaper flat and rub your wood on the sandpaper. And sometimes it's a little bit more effective, especially for getting long skinny parts out. It does make quite a bit of dust. Just be careful not to breathe it in and to clean up when you're done. And once you've got all those edges all smooth and nice, we want to brush off any loose dust we might have. And oh, I almost forgot, I want to just give the dowels a little sanding, especially along those top edges. I don't want any splinters to show up on the dowels. And now, I'm just going to fit that and see how that looks. That looks really good to me. I'm going to do my last little inspection here. Everything looks smooth, everything looks good. So I think we can glue some parts down. And to glue parts down, I'm going to take out these two cups here in my bag. Now one of these cups has the clear liquid in it. That is not our glue, that's our finish. And then we have this yellow glue here. And there's not very much of it, and we don't need very much. Usually the rule with glue is less is better. I'm just going to dip my dowel in here, get it a little damp, little bead of glue, little drop on there. I might even smooth it around with my finger a little bit. Get a little messy here with woodworking. And I'm going to twist and push my dowel in. If it needs a little bit of oomph to get it in, you can give it a little tap to get it in there. But what's important is that it's standing straight up and down. And just repeat the process with the other dowel. Get a little damp here, like that. Twist it a little bit, and give it a little tap, if you need to give it a little tap. And then use your little weight here, push it on there. Make sure that this does not get in the way of your weight coming down on your product there, and that it moves freely. So you can move the dowels around a little bit if you need to. And now you've got it all kind of put together and ready to go. Now I wait for this glue to dry, probably about 20 minutes or so, to be safe. And if it's a little loose, that's okay. The wood is actually going to swell up with the glue and get really tight and be really good. So now we've got everything good to go. We can put our finish on. And the finish we are using is this clear liquid, and this is called mineral oil or cutting board oil. And it's very, very great stuff. It's kind of like baby oil, but it has no smell at all. It's used for cutting boards and for things that touch food. And I'm just going to get it damp on my little cloth that I've got in my bag here. And I'm just going to wipe it on to every surface. And you can see it's going to make the wood shiny. And what this does is it seals the wood up and protects it. And I'm just trying to get all the parts of it damp, not soaking wet. I just want this to soak into the wood. You should be able to tell that it's getting into the wood. It should just look a little damp, a little wet. And set that down. And make sure you get the base as well. I'm just wiping this in with that rag and on the dowels as well. And what that's going to do again is seal up this wood and protect it. Now, you can do anything you want with this. I'm sealing it up with this oil. If you wanted to paint this and you have paint at home, go ahead and use paint. Just be careful to let the paint dry. You don't want it to get on your napkins or anything else when you're done. And you don't want to make a mess either. I'm just getting that into all the nooks and crannies here. So we're good to go. Just enough oil there. And that seals the wood up real nice. And then, once that's on all those surfaces, you're good to go. You've got this great little napkin holder. But I would wait probably about half an hour to an hour for this oil to dry. And if it takes a little bit longer, that's okay too. Just wipe it down with a paper towel when you're done, any extra, and it's going to look really, really great. Okay, that's us building our paper towel holder. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, or feel free to email me on the email that's on your instructions. Okay, happy building.